Good morning everybody, hope you're really well. So, thanks for joining today's video. You are joining me on a Saturday morning and we're in the workshop again today guys, just for a little bit of the video, and then we will be going out to cut some graphs afterwards. But let me ask you this, have you ever heard of a garden tool maker, manufacturer called ACRE? No? Me neither. Now before I start guys, I'd just like to say that I haven't got any sort of affiliation to ACRE at the moment, but it was just, I was in my local suppliers 2 days ago I think it was. I was picking up a couple of blades for some other mowers, and I noticed the ACRE stand that they've got there with various different types of battery powered garden equipment, and I thought, well, I've not really heard too much about them. I have seen the odd YouTube video, but apparently they've been around for a very long time, but they've just started they've moved into in recent years the battery powered garden gear. Now my gardens that I look after, they range from anything from a small postage stamp size lawn to cut right up to a couple of 3 acres, which we use the bigger ride-ons for and stuff like that. But when I'm doing the smaller gardens, I like nothing better than to be able to trim around the edges with a little edge trimmer, lightweight, portable, easy to use, preferably with its own batteries, so you're not just charging the unit itself, if you like, because I find that they don't last very long. But the units that you can have interchangeable batteries in seem to do better. So I was looking at, I use the still ones at the moment, the AS range, and there's nothing wrong with them at all, but I do always consider alternatives like your Ego brands and stuff like that. But what struck me with this was the price. Now, for this unit here, which is the smallest one that I think that they do, which is uses strimmer line rather than the little sort of pointy blades that you can buy, the little plastic ones. This has got a telescopic handle. It's quite well made. It seems to be anyway. Very lightweight. It's got a wheel on the side here, obviously for going down your edges neatly, but that'll be coming off. It is everything on here you can take off, adjust settings. You can tilt the head, you can take the wheels off. Like I say, you can extend or shorten the length of it, depending on what sort of how tall you are. Well, I'm quite vertically challenged, guys. I'm 5'10", so that won't probably be on its longest setting, I can tell you that. Decent enough handle on it, which again, it's all adjustable to suit. And then in with the pack here, you get another couple of spools of line, and then obviously this little handy bracket to hold another spool in, so if you do run out or if something goes wrong, you've always got one left. And then nice sort of trigger, standard sort of stuff really guys, but very lightweight. But as I was saying, what struck me with this was, with one battery, okay, one battery and the unit and the 2 spools of line, or 3 including the one that's on the machine, and the 2 spares, it was £99. I thought, wow. So the batteries for the still stuff, and you know I'm an advocate of still, I do think they're great, but you can buy a bare unit which costs, which is fine, you know, but then when you add a couple of still batteries to it, you're talking mega money. Well, these batteries only retail, they're 20 volt batteries, 2 amp hour ones, so they're not going to set the world alight, but I get half an hour runtime off each one, which is okay for a little machine like this. But these are £30 each. So I've got 2 batteries and the machine and 3 spools of line, and I think it comes to about, because you get 1 battery in the pack, and I bought an extra one. So for about £130 plus the VAT, I've got a machine with 2 batteries, 3 spools of line. So will it be any good? The proof will be in the pudding. I'll have a little go with it actually in a minute and I'll show you. But first impressions guys, it does seem quite good. Right, let's have a look at the batteries and the charger. So this will be the charger in here guys. There's the instructions, conveniently folded in half. But yeah, standard looking charger. Obviously they've got a light indicator to show you when it's charging and when it's fully charged. That all appears to be in good order. Nice solid unit. We'll plug it in a minute. And the batteries, get that out. Nice little unit. 20 volts. Sleek little design. Got a battery indicator on the back. Oh look, 3 bars. Right guys, so the idea obviously is just to take the edge of the lawn back to the edge of these Indian stone slabs, and yeah, easy to use. Actually done quite a tidy job of that. So this little crest trimmer guys, for me, I know I haven't used it too much there, just a few examples, but yeah, it actually does what it says on the tin, and I've got to be honest, it does feel a lot more comfortable in the hand than my still ones, the battery ones I've got. So yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean, I'm not, like I say, Crest haven't given me this. I bought this with my own hard-earned money. So if you like the look of it, obviously make your own mind up, guys. But there we have it. That's that little test of that done, guys. Anyway, right now, my next task is I'm going to be inserting a mulching plug into one of the little ride-ons that we've got. Actually, I might show you that actually, because I can't think where it was. Somebody actually asked me on one of my socials how I go about inserting the mulching plug and getting the mower set up for mulching. Well, this little mount field in here, which I think you've seen before, has already got a mulching blade on it. So what you do then is you insert a mulching plug down here into the chute, and it basically stops the grass coming back into the collection box. But the blade is also at the same time chopping the grass up finer than it would, and basically spraying it all back over the lawn, very, very fine. And then it sort of feeds itself into the grass to provide nutrients back into the ground. So, as I mentioned in the other video the other day when I was mulching with the still self-propelled one, but I'll go and get the mulching plug and I'll stick it in. For those of you who've never used one before, it might be helpful to you. Right, so this is the mulching plug, guys, and it's designed to go, as I said, down into the chute. I'll show you where it goes. It goes down into there, look. It just locks itself into position, so no grass can now come up this chute into the grass box. You've got two like little rubber sort of bungee straps with hooks on the end, and to stop the plug bouncing out while you're mowing, you hook one into that side. There's already a hole there ready for it, it's designed for this. There you go, so that is nice and secure in there now, ready for mulching. So you know now when you're cutting along, no grass can come out the back. And that is how we insert the mulching plug. Now some models of mower require you to still put the grass box on the back, because there's a sensor that if you don't put the box on the back, it won't engage the cutter. So this particular one has been disengaged anyway, but I can ride this with the mulching plug in. But a lot of them you do have to put the grass box back on over the top of this. But yeah, that is how you insert a mulching plug, guys, onto a Mountfield mower. Right, now guys, it's time to have some fun and let's go and cut some grass. Have a look at this little beast. This is our HAYTER Triple Mower, guys, and we're going to go in the field now and start cutting some grass. It is a beautiful day for it. And just like that, guys, that is the field cut. Yeah, you've seen the cress, little strimmer. So we'll see how that performs over the coming weeks. So that is enough for me for 1 week, guys. Thank you ever so much for joining me, as always. And I will see you lovely lot on the next episode of JP Living a Dream. Thanks again all. Take care. Ta-da.